All right. This is the time and place for the Board of Public Education's public hearing in the matter of the adoption of new Rule 1 through new Rule 13 and repeal of ARM 1053-401 through 1053-413 pertaining to the English Language Arts and Literacy Content Standards. My name is McCall Flynn. I'm the Executive Director of the Board of Public Education. I will conduct this hearing and report back to the Board of Public Education. My report will be a summary of the testimony at this hearing, as well as the written comments that may be filed with the Board of Public Education. Written comments concerning these rules may be submitted until 5 p.m. on Friday, September 5th, 2025. Administrative rule review is a function of interim committees and the Environmental Quality Council, or EQC. These interim committees and the EQC have administrative rule review, program evaluation, and monitoring functions for executive branch agencies and the entities attached to agencies for administrative purposes. The Education Interim Committee and the EQC have the authority to make recommendations to an agency regarding the adoption, amendment, or repeal of a rule, or to request that an agency prepare a statement of the estimated economic impact of a proposal. The Education Interim Committee and the EQC also may poll the members of the legislature to determine if a proposed rule is consistent with the intent of the legislature, or during a legislative session, introduce a joint resolution directing an agency to adopt, amend, or repeal a rule. The Education Interim Committee and the EQC welcome comments and invite members of the public to appear before them or send them written comments in order to bring to their attention any difficulties with the existing or proposed rules. The mailing address is P.O. Box 201, 706, Helena, Montana 59620. This is a rule hearing conducted pursuant to Montana Administrative Procedures Act, or MAPA, which is the section of Montana law governing how state agencies adopt administrative rules. Administrative rules are authorized by state statutory law and are used to implement specific duties directed by the Montana legislature. A hearing of this nature is typically recorded, and we are recording this hearing today. The recording will help me, as the presiding officer, give a better report back to the Board of Public Education. Under state law, the Board of Public Education makes the final determination in which rules are adopted. To ensure that the public is informed of agency rulemaking and has the opportunity to provide input, MAPA requires that this hearing be conducted according to some specific statutory requirements. Notice of this hearing was contained in the Montana Administrative Register, notice number 2025-242, published on August 8th, 2025, in issue number 15. Under Model Rule of Attorney General's Model Rules of the Montana Administrative Procedures Act, which have been adopted by the board, I'm required to summarize the major provisions of the notice of public hearing. Paragraph 1 of the notice provides a summary of the proposed rulemaking. Paragraph 2 states that the hearing date and time, virtual hearing information, and the comment deadline. Paragraph 3 states that the board will make reasonable accommodations for persons with disabilities who wish to participate in this public hearing, and gives details and contact information for requesting accommodations. Paragraph 4 states that I'm McCall Flynn and the contact for public comment. Paragraph 5 of the notice states that reasons given by the board for adoption and repeal. Paragraph 6 outlines the rules proposed to be adopted. Paragraph 7 outlines the rules proposed to be repealed. Paragraph 8 of the notice states that the board does not believe that small businesses are likely to be directly impacted by the rule changes. Paragraph 9 states the bill-sponsored notification requirements of Montana Code Annotated 2-4-302 do not apply. Paragraph 10 gives notice that the board maintains a rulemaking interested persons list and indicates how a person may have his or her name placed on the list to receive notification from the Board of Rulemaking Matters. Paragraph 11 of the notice states that I, McCall Flynn, Executive Director, have been designated to preside over this hearing. Copies of the notice of public hearing on the proposed rulemaking are available on the board's website, as well as the Secretary of State's website, and can be emailed to interested persons. If you do not have a copy and wish to have a copy emailed to you, please email us at bpe@mt.gov and we will get one to you. Montana Code Annotated 2-4-3022A requires each agency, which includes boards, to create and maintain a list of interested persons and the rulemaking subject or subjects in which each person on the list is interested. A person who submits a written comment or attends a hearing regarding proposed agency rulemaking must be informed of the list by the agency. The Board of Public Education maintains lists of persons interested in various areas of rulemaking conducted by the board so that the board can provide these persons with notice of proposed rulemaking actions. If you would like to be placed on a rulemaking interested persons list, please email the board at bpe@mt.gov or 406-444-0302. As stated in paragraph 2 of the notice, written comments submitted after this hearing should be addressed to the board and delivered to me, McCall Flynn, Executive Director at P.O. Box 200601, Helena, Montana 59620, or email to bpe@mt.gov. To guarantee consideration by the board, comments must have been received in person or postmarked no later than 5 p.m. on September 5th, 2025. The purpose of this hearing is to collect verbal comments concerning proposed rule changes and gather public input concerning the changes. If you are recommending specific language changes, please submit them in writing. This hearing is not a question and answer session. If you have technical or procedural questions, you may reach out to our office following the hearing conclusion. Following the close of comments, the Board of Public Education will, as required by law, summarize the comments made and respond to them. The summarized comments and the Board of Public Education responses will be published in the Montana Administrative Register as part of the rulemaking process. At this time, if you'd like to make public comment, we will take public comment in the virtual setting. If you'd like to raise your hand, I'll promote each person individually to speak. I'll ask after I promote you to please identify yourself for the record, stating your name and who you represent. So at this time, for folks online, if you'd like to make public comment, please raise your hand now. Okay. Seeing no hands raised, I'll conclude that the hearing is now over. Again, as a reminder, the record remains open until 5 p.m. on September 5th, 2025. The Board of Public Education will make decisions concerning these rules at their next meeting, December 11th and 12th, 2025, in Dillon, Montana. Please remember you can send written comments to the Board of Public Education, P.O. Box 200601, Helena, Montana 59620, or email us at bpe@mt.gov.